Hello. So it has been a long time since I've made a video. I have my reasons though. Like, that's not tomorrow. At least for right now. Anyway, this is a new school year, and it has been rough. It was rough before the kids came, so I am gonna turn it off. Can't really see behind me, but it was rough before the kids came, so it has nothing to do with the kids. I know I keep saying this, but I am gonna do a video to talk about narcolepsy and dysmenorrhea. Or dysmenorrhea, whatever they want to call it. Anyway, I have that, but also could have other things going on, which I am going to the doctor about to figure that out. I should put the light on. I wish I did have like a low. So anyway, that's the thing. But yeah, because having dysmenorrhea and also having narcolepsy, it's just a whole production, and I just want to talk about it because it is so life altering. Now, I will say this: the doctor kept saying I'm saying endometriosis, but I had a test, and before laparoscopic procedure, and they didn't find it. Anyway, it is continual steps that I'm taking, but when I think about it, even now that I'm talking about it, they don't know, the doctors don't know how to interpret dysmenorrhea with narcolepsy, a supposed autoimmune disease. I know I wasn't sure if when they considered it a neurological disease, they said they thought the same thing. So anyway, so yeah, like, there's that. I think that plays a big part in how my body responds, how it reacts. But the inflammation, I can't say for sure, because I don't know. So anyway, I could have just let this be about that. How many minutes? It's 3 minutes. I could just let it be about that. Just, yeah, I started the school year off, and my menstrual cycle was on during the week of development, whatever that development is called. And I mean, so yes, I really want women who, with their cycles, even if you don't have dysmenorrhea. So I want women with narcolepsy, especially. I would love to know how their cycles affect you having narcolepsy. But I went to the training. I think I could turn it up. There's some more lights on this. But I went to the training and just tried to like sit, chill. I took some meds with inflammation for the pain. I don't know. I mean, I guess modafinil doesn't necessarily work against Tylenol, but the tiredness, the tiredness that comes possibly comes, because I know everybody has different symptoms from the cycle in general, is one thing. And then it's like, having to sit through development. Once the pills kick in, it's not so bad. So, but anyway, I would love to, I don't know, have like a conversation about that with women. Oh yeah, so I did want to share. I do want to try to interview people with narcolepsy, people who are children of people with narcolepsy, people who are parents of children with narcolepsy, people who are spouses or even siblings of people who have narcolepsy. And I want to do that because I think it's so important to have the different angles of how this affects relationship. And again, you can have a great, successful, wonderful relationship. But the reality is you're always limited, and you are, and for many people who are narcoleptic, the limitations are still being found out and things like that. And so, it gets, it can get really dicey, or just more so, you gotta protect your own health. And people who are associated with people in those different ways with narcolepsy don't always know how. And I know I mentioned it before in my vlogs, but I really want to stress the importance for us to show up for people and support people when they are in whatever space that they are, or learn what supports look like that's best for them. This is not about enabling or feeling sorry for people, but like, once you show care and have understanding of the different situations, it really can change dynamics of relationships, familial, whatever. I don't care what it is. To, like, okay, for instance, just the other day at church, yesterday, I get up in the morning. I have a book study that I'm involved in. It's really good. So that's 8:30 in the morning. Got up about 6:30ish. Was up all night Friday night. Oh my gosh, we went to a football game. HBCU SWAC Classic. Yeah. I haven't been in one of those I went with my family, so they wanted to go. But it was really nice, but we got rained out. We had to pause the game. They didn't cancel it. Then we come back out, then they paused it again. So we were there all night. So again, the night before is so important. And that's for any human person, mind you. But definitely somebody with narcolepsy, not having a good night's sleep, not feeling well rested. So anyway, was at that game for about 5 hours because, like I said, rain, cancel, delay, all that kind of stuff. To get up in the morning, have to be at church by 8:30, book study. I had to do hosting at church, and I did not know that. I did not realize that until the person texted me. And it's my bad, I forgot. The person texted me that night, Friday night. And I was like, oh, I was planning on doing this. So then I left the book study, had to go host, and just greet people, whatever. And even in that, so just to say, the plan was for me to go help my brother with my nieces and nephews. That was a plan, just to go hang out with him, whatever. So he lives 45 minutes away. And so I already kind of knew, had to put in my mind, nap, I could, whatever, go, have my lunch ready because I'm vegan, they not, like, all this kind of stuff. I could hang out with them for the rest of the day. Still have lesson plans to do. Still have, because clearly school starts today. But anyway, That was the plan. And I had to go host. Okay, cool. I don't know if these two people that I was hosting with, I doubt that they know I had narcolepsy because I don't really know them well. I don't know one person's name. And the guy, I think I said his name right. I don't even know. But I told them, I said, I really didn't plan on hosting. I have these things to do, and it's this far away. I really take a nap. And so the lady, she asked a couple questions, and I was like, well, I want to help do this before I go so that you all wouldn't be stuck with whatever. And then she was just like, oh, okay, well, yeah, just, do your thing, whatever you need to do. And it was kind of like that was it. And I was like, well, I want to make sure that I can do whatever I can do before I leave, so that when I leave, you all don't have much to do. So whatever I need to do, y'all let me know. Let me know. And the guy was just like, oh, well, yeah, but if you need to, go, after the first part, go ahead and go. I was like, okay, cool. So then, maybe 20 minutes before church is out, one of the guys comes out of the church, and he's like, he's about to start putting things away. And I said, okay, cool, I'll help you. He was like, no. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna, help do whatever, because he was by himself. And then he was like, no. He was like, you already expressed that you have to drive out far, and you're gonna be tired, and you have to help with the kids, and I could do it. And I was like, yes, but I don't want you to do it by yourself because I'm here right now, So anyway, just saying. And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, well, it is what it is. But I know he doesn't know how much, how freeing that is. And he doesn't know me. So here's the other thing. It's not like he was like, oh, I know that you are a giving person, or I know that you are not trying to take advantage, or I know that you, I have to know all these things first in order to be willing to put you in a position where you can be your best. He does not know me. I literally, probably the last time I was there a few weeks ago, asked him for his name, because we served again together. And so anyway, that's all. And I still don't remember. I really doubt he remember mine. If I were to have asked him, do you know my name? He would have been like, no. I feel like that. He could have. But anyway, I'm saying the first lady being, very chill about it, not being like, oh, well, if you gotta, do whatever. So it made me think about, I definitely, people pleasing is bothers me to think the exhaustion, but that's a whole other thing. But just the fact that it was an intentional, on this particular guy's part, it was an intentional decision to put me in the best position so that I can get rest for what I have to do, and he doesn't even know my condition. And I just bring that up to say, if we provided spaces like that for people to just, one, love believes the best, right? And so just believe them, and it's not a big deal to question them all the time. There's sometimes you just are curious, right? But to the extent, y'all, I'm just gonna be honest, sometimes, I just have felt like I had to go, I just have to, explain all the things, every nuance, anything, and I don't even always know what to say, and then so that people, I feel like I have experience, people have like kind of made it be like, I don't believe you. And it's like, what can I say? Like, what can I do? And so anyway, even just believing people want to be their best and show up, but you know,